what I find is there's a big difference between how large people punch and small people punch. And it's just how their body is. So when you're a big guy, right, what you have is, your advantage is mass. And so when you take that mass and you just kind of drop and throw it through somebody, and my God, I mean, I've seen hits from big guys like that, and people go off their feet. They're just so big and they're so strong. A lot of times it's a little more tense. But it's body weight oriented, right? I just have bulk. I don't need as much fine work technique, because at 250 pounds, if I just come really fast and I hit you, that 250 pounds makes up for a lot of stuff. Now, there are some really big guys with some elite techniques, but it's harder for them, because the more mass you have and the more size you have, the harder it is to control it. You know, if you're smaller, like you're more like a scalpel than a hammer, you know? So small people often fall into that trap. Like they get on a heavy bag and they try to smash away with it, bang on it. But you know, for years and up until the last couple of years, I was a $130. And you know, that doesn't work at a $130. You get a big guy like that, he just looks at you. So small people have to have different technique. Like there has to be more shake in their work. Small guys are not going to drive like big guys. Like a big guy swings like a bat, right? So when he swings, boom, that guy drives and he goes away because there's just so much mass behind him. When you're smaller, you should hit someone in a way where they don't move as much. They should move, but it should shake. You see how like his body kind of went up and shook there a little bit? The reason for that is it's more like a ball on a chain, right? When you throw it, there should be that snap to it. I'm not trying to drive him back. I'm trying to actually throw that in and have it shake around inside. I want it to feel sick. If you've ever been hit this way, like there's an illness to it, like being hit hard like this hurts really bad, but when you get hit like this, it goes inside and like you almost feel nauseous. It's really unpleasant. And how that is it's got to be relaxed more like a wave. So if I have this relaxation in the body, I'm gonna do a slight. See that? There's like this wave. Boom. And you notice when I hit him, I'm not trying to knock him back. It's more like a shock than it is a drive. So there's a couple things that make this happen. Number one, you have to be relaxed enough in the body to where it can wave through. Your body has to load to stretch the rubber bands. Now this is a big difference between big and small guys. Big guys often, again, not all of them, I'm not trying to broad brush, but a lot of big guys, they rely on the bigger muscles and they just swing really hard. Small guys often have to rely on the tips, the ligaments and the tendons. And also to make that happen, you have to stretch them. To stretch them, I need to stretch my hips. I need to open my chest. If you were pitching, right, there would be a close, there would be an open, and there would be a close, because that's how you generate force. So when I do this, it's the same idea. There should be an open, a close, and a wave. The other thing you have to learn how to do is you have to learn how to propel yourself down. So when you do this, a lot of times what happens is your hips drop just a touch so that it propels your chest forward, but not in such a way where it propels you down. You want to come to him. So if you watch this, there's like a pop like this. You see that little shape to it. So I have the wave, but then I have the drop. The other thing you want is you don't want tension in the arm to where it becomes a push. You want to do this in such a manner to where like the energy is free flows. When I hit him, my arm should be very relaxed. It knocks him down. And you can see when it hits him. I can see, look on his face, even through the pad. It's not nice. And so you have like this wave to it. It's harder because when we get scared, and everyone does, and like people come at you, like your first instinct's to want to tense up and protect. And that's very hard to just keep yourself calm, so where you can throw stuff very relaxed and easy to do. And so just out of fear, people struggle with this. But I'm telling you right now, if you're small and you're facing a large guy, and he's all tense like this, and you try to match that, you're not winning that fight. You have to hit in such a way where it's sort of whippy and quick and relaxed so you can go from technique to technique. I hate to say it, but the majority of that's in your head. If you allow that fear to come to you where you tense up and it doesn't allow your joints to work and you to move properly, you're in a lot of trouble. So that just comes from time. You know, the more you spar, the more you bang around with big people, and the more you get used to teaching your mind that it's got to be relaxed and not tense, then the better off you'll be. This is just a brief overview. I have many videos on hitting specifically, how I break it down more. But I just wanted to put into your head that there is a difference depending on the size on how you fight. And if you're trying to do the same thing as someone who's twice your size, it's probably not going to work. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Leave comments. Feel free to share. It helps the channel grow.